What time is it?
It's big slappy time.
Timer. 40 water. 40 water.
40, the big 4-0.
And that was, of course, the Click.
Huh.
My favorite rap outfit.
Excellent.
From Oakland.
Excellent. West Coast.
Yeah.
Do you remember Over the Hill? You remember there was a lot of, the boomers loved the merch. The like older than dirt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm over the hill. There was like mugs and
I remember my mom
t-shirts
turning 40 and having an over the hill like black balloon and me being like, this is dark.
Yeah. They were like, we're dead. You know, we've put away our cocaine and we've picked up our Rogaine, as George Carlin would say.
Wow,
They cashed in their Woodstock days for their fat ass Docker pants.
Right.
So we're way over that now. It's just funny. It's funny to remember that boomers
our episode
treated
is
it like
over
a
the
funeral.
hill. Our podcast is over the hill.
Correct. Our podcast is now, this is our 40th year doing the podcast.
It's our 40th episode.
40th episode, yes.
But in podcast, it's like dog years. In podcast years, an episode equals a year.
Right.
Because we're doing headlines. Headlines go so fast with the news cycle. Whiplash, this is basically like we're 85-year-old podcast.
We've covered a lot.
Happy 40th to you, dear.
Happy 40th, dear. I wouldn't, there's no one else in the world I'd rather age gracefully with.
So graceful.
Super graceful.
We're the Tanya Hardings on the ice of the podcast world at 40.
Oh, my God. You know what? And we both are. There is no Nancy Kerrigan in this relationship.
No.
I might be Jeff Gillooly and you're Tanya Harding.
I feel like we're bringing it on the ice, but we're crying on the sidelines.
It's true. We can do a triple axel and we will release a home porn movie.
We will release a home porn.
Night in time.
I was going to make an announcement this ep and say, last ep, I felt like I listened back and it was a lot of like, fucking yeah. And I was like, this time I'm caffeinated. I have headlines ready. I'm coming correct. I'm going to be incisive, divisive, decisive, coming.
Ooh.
Articulating.
Incisive, decisive, corrosive.
Yes, I wanted to say I'm here, I'm ready to rock, and now I already get down in the basement and I feel like a friggin' idiot again. Because I'm 40 years young
40
in the
episodes.
podcast land. Yeah, and I'm feeling
Well, you
feeling
dragged me out of a nap and down into here, so I need a second to come alive.
It's funny because you said, we got to record today. We got to record today. We got to record today.
Yes.
I take the dog for one walk after busting my hump, working on my computer all morning.
You've been working.
Come back. You're asleep. Your
I'm
damn
out.
ass asleep. Now you're saying I dragged you out of bed when
No,
you
I'm
were
excited.
dragging my ass.
I'm excited to be here. I'm just saying, I
know,
I have
dear.
a sciatica and it was flaring up and I didn't really sleep much of a wink last night. And now I'm spoiled. It used to be, I'd be, I didn't sleep for 3 days. Let me just pop a snoot and get on with my day. But now at, the age of 40 episodes, 40-something. Remember that? Boy, no, it was 30-something was the program. Woo!
Oh, boy.
Again, the boomers, they were like 30-something. That was a time when people had families and did things. And you're like, the fuck?
Yeah,
What world
people
are
were
they
on
living
their
in?
old generations by 30 were on their like sixth divorce. Now
Yes.
no one's even damn ass getting married.
No, let alone divorced.
You said sciatica. I want to bring up another physical disability, which is my eyesight.
Yes.
And, really going downhill, over the hill. And I am not wearing my glasses. So you're a blur, and I want you to know that. If you feel like I'm not clocking in on what you're
No, I feel
putting
edgy
down.
right now to you. I feel like I'm a graphic print of some sort.
It's interesting because you have no edges.
I'm a muddled
I'm
mess.
just seeing the atoms, like, there is no actual boundary between you and the atmosphere.
That's right. If I were to hold up a letter, you would not know it. Here, ready?
A letter like a letter
This is a
you
large
would type
letter.
up?
Yeah.
Or no, an actual letter like
A single letter.
like a alphabet letter?
Mm-hmm. What letter am I holding up?
I can't read that.
Yeah. It was a trick question.
That wasn't
anyway.
a big letter. That was, I could see there's little lines of
was nothing.
text. Okay, enough at
all
my
right.
expense. Let's hop in. We have a lot to do.
Let's go. First and foremost. Oh, go ahead. You held up one finger as I said. First and foremost.
Sorry.
So you go first with your little finger.
After you.
No.
Age before beauty. That means I'm up. I was just going to say, because we usually start with headlines, but now we have so many headlines that I actually wanted to just do a couple errata.
Okay, great. Let's errata it.
Is that at odds with what you were going to announce?
In errata
Davida, honey. I have not sung that in a dog's ear. Okay. You were looking for a word last time when you were saying podcasts. They're everywhere. Who cares? I think the word you were looking for is ubiquitous.
It exactly was. You
I was
texted this
listening
to
back.
me.
Yeah.
And I was, where was I? I don't know where
Probably
I was.
in bed.
Probably trying to
Oh,
sleep.
my bones.
And I got that text and I said, this woman is wonderful. I thought that because I was like, you're just, you get it. You get me. You get ubiquity. Is ubiquity a word?
Probably not.
No. Well, ubiquitous is, and that's exactly what I was thinking of. Podcasts are very ubiquitous now.
They are. Okay. The other
Go
thing.
on.
Another thing I want to say is I did an accent last week, and I thought it was a different accent, so I want to apologize. I said, "Say hello to my little friend," which I thought was from Godfather, which I thought was Italian.
Okay.
Bear with me. And then
So you thought it was Italian, a.k.a. acceptable
Yeah.
for you to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I know that's a whole other conversation.
We'll unpack that for
We'll
another day.
put that suitcase under the bed. I'll unpack it later.
Sure.
But it turns out I was doing a Cuban accent. And
Yes.
listening back, I was like, ugh.
Now, you
so I
know
want to
my
apologize.
favorite, Latino Pacino.
I know we talked about him and you brought him up right after I did that. It was obviously the segue. But for some reason, I have some movie lines like from my childhood kind of meshed. It doesn't make sense, but it
Sure.
does in my damaged
Now,
brain.
you're jogging this memory here. Did I say Latino Pacino last time?
Yeah, we did talk
I
about
did.
it.
Okay. So the Cuban for Scarface, which is Say
What
Hello to
I'm
My Little
talking
Friend.
about, yeah.
Then Puerto Rican in Carlito's Way.
Right.
And then I don't know that I got this last time. It's something grand schematics. No, grand schematic. What is it called? His British accent is actually, I wouldn't even say offensive, just most offensive in terms of performance because it's really fucking
It's like
bad.
giving Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins.
Yes, but trying to do like a gritty indie. What was the name of that movie?
Yikes. Who can say?
Yeah, local.
40 water, 40 water. Oh.
The local stigmatic. That's the one where Pacino goes British. So
Never heard of that in my life.
yeah. Anyway, just check out some clips from that one because
She got a gray crumpet.
She got a grey crumpet.
Yeah.
And his like, it's like a Brooklyn British. It's strange.
It's
very strange.
awkward when people do that.
It's really awkward when no one's. Imagine directing that film and at no point. I know you're like, holy fuck, I got Al Pacino because I think it was like, wouldn't know if it was indie or whatever, but it was not a big.
Well, it
well-known.
depends because if you have a big star and a lesser known director, they may not feel comfortable saying, yikes. They're
Right.
like, people are going to see this because Pacino's in it, so who cares?
And this is not even Tien Mien. This is enough where you're just
That's
like he
Costner,
doesn't
obviously.
have it, and we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go, and it's laughable.
Okay.
Anyway,
And I have one more, and I don't know
Yes,
if this
please.
falls under errata, but we were talking about primary colors, which is, we're talking about movies that are whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't even mention that in our movie watching that we also did After Hours and Broadcast News, which
Yeah.
are both fantastic.
both great.
I had never seen After Hours, which is weird.
Yeah,
And I loved it. I felt
loved
like
it.
it was this weird, like, odyssey. And I actually thought there'd be a moment, spoiler, where they said, oh, we're putting on this whole, like, dog and pony show for you because it was so choreographed and interesting. And it reminded me of, did you ever read The Magus by John Fowles?
no, I know it.
It's a really weird book, but I loved that too. Weird ending, but it really reminded me of that. I don't know. I was just in the perfect headspace. I think you were asleep. You were CPAPing. I was drinking that Wink THC soda. We're in your childhood bedroom. And it truly was an after hours.
Yes.
I felt like I went on a journey. And of course, broadcast news I had never seen, which how did we get to this ripe
old age,
rotted
40
old age.
eps, yeah, without seeing
40 something.
without seeing broadcast news. Phenomenal.
They do not make movies like that anymore.
They just
I know
don't.
I sound old, but it really had like rom-com classic vibes, but was about like infotainment, was about like
the beginning of the end of news, of broadcast
yes, was
news,
about like what's important, like looks versus information, was about like who gets heard. I mean, whatever.
It was a special.
But greater minds than me have talked about it, but I watched it and I was like, damn.
Yes, I agree.
Instant favorite of mine.
Instant. Did
Holly
we talk about
Hunter.
In and Out? Holly Hunter. We do love Holly Hunter.
We do love Holly Hunter.
Anyway, we can move on to...
In and Out we did not talk about.
Sorry, we did not talk about
In and Out was really funny to watch after the birdcage because it was like how
Not to
gay,
do.
how gay was handled in movies in like the 90s.
Yes.
And we were like, wow.
Yeah, it was... it was dumb for a lot of reasons. I know that's a bad, broad labeling, but it was pretty dumb in a lot of ways.
It was dumb. And what's funny is I remember seeing it maybe in theaters and thinking it was like good.
Right.
And I think it's just because I was like, gay people are cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like young and...
Was it James L. Brooks, I think, right?
Yeah, that was an embarrassing situation.
Now, who, in the end, refresh my memory, because I was a few winks deep when we watched that one. He's not gay.
40 winks?
I had 40 winks.
No, he is gay.
He is gay. He just somehow did not know. He was completely... you know what they did? They completely... Which I like, not over-sexualizing, of course. Just be like, it's gay. It's got to be salacious. They under-sexualized to a point that was completely unbelievable.
There was only one kiss.
There was one, which brings him to life when Selleck gives him a smooch.
But
and
that
is like, chemistry
chemistry was like, where was it?
It makes you realize, yeah, all right. Well, where was a single thought?
Science
Even if you're in
free.
this small, town and you're slowing it down, it's like you were a teenage boy at some point.
I will say
What'd
something.
you get boners to?
What'd you get boners
What'd you
to?
get your boners to, pal?
Can we make that a bumper sticker? One thing we did not agree on is you did not like Joan Cusack's performance, and I really did.
I know. Joan, here's the thing with Joan. Love Joan in certain things, and I love that she used to be in a lot of things, too.
It's easier to watch and have an opinion when she's in things.
Loved her in the Addams Family Values. Loved her in the sequel to Addams Family. No,
Toys?
I loved... Toys. That's
What
so,
about
oh my
16
God.
Candles?
Toys. Wait, where do you...
She doesn't even have a line. She just hits her
Joan's
headgear
great.
on the drinking fountain.
You know what? I blame James L. Brooks, and I think it was so broad. Her performance felt out of place and cartoonish, even for Joan.
But for me, it felt like it infused life into like kind of like a sad loser script, where it was like an anchor of, yes, she was broad and big, but it was very consistent.
Yes.
And I thought it was fun to watch. I love Joan.
I loved my favorite part of it.
High Fidelity. I'm just saying Jones.
Of course, just Joan abounds. If the best part, my favorite part of it, which I do love this usually in a lot of movies, is now they showed a little bit too much, but the fake movies within the movie, I liked the whole thing where it was what's his name, Matt Dillon plays the student who outs Kevin. I mean, at this point, I don't know, spoilers, or is it even worth giving the plot of this movie? I think people know.
It's 100 years old. I think
it's a 100-year-old movie. Kevin Kline is a drama teacher in a small town high school, and
I don't think he's drama. I think he's like
poetry
English,
or English lit or something.
Because he's doing like Shakespeare and
yes. So Bob Newhart plays the principal. Matt Dillon is from that.
No, but
small
he's the
town.
head of the drama club. There is something,
There's
but he's
some
also
reason.
involved with athletics. Because then there's the weird stuff where the kids don't want him in the
in the locker room. That's right. He's like the coach. I mean, that kid, some of those conversations are, you know what? It's almost, it shows the whole ass. It's just very Libby. It's the Libbyest version of that. But I do like Matt Damon being the drama student of his who goes on to win an Oscar.
Yes.
And
thanks his brave gay teacher.
And everyone's watching, the whole town's watching the Oscars because they're like, our boy is up there. And then they're like, huh? And he's like, huh? But he genuinely
Isn't Wilford Brimley his dad?
Yes, Will Brimley.
And shows up at the door and is like, you gay?
My gay son.
I love my gay son.
gay diabetic son. But that's what's crazy is he seems shocked. He seems shocked. Like the choices made by the actor was almost like Brooks was saying to Klein. He's like, well, here's because you would want to know as an actor, does my character, you would assume he knows he's gay.
Yeah.
He's just been outed. Not like he's like, what's this? Like it's absurd.
Well, and that would have been a more hard-hitting movie if it was like somebody was deeply closeted and they're dealing with like why they did that and coming out, but it wasn't that. It was like him finding himself.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, I'm gay.
I was going to say the I'm Spartacus moment with like, I work at the local farm store and I'm a lesbian. And everyone's like, woo!
Everyone stands up.
Oh, man. I think it was going for something and it fell short. But maybe, sadly, in the year it came out, people didn't think it fell short, meaning me.
Sure. Meaning teenage you.
Oh, who can say?
Anyhow, one last, do you have any more erotas?
No.
My only errata is really more of an explanation, which I use these moments to
You owe us all one.
I sure do.
Well, yeah, none of mine were erotas.
No, AOCIA was... No, I know. I just wanted to clarify what that could possibly mean because I think I was asked this before IRL when I said that. And it's basically just, this is not me saying I believe this or necessarily, but it is a narrative that AOC and a lot of other leftists, your godfather, Bernard Sanders, not being above this. But he's a little bit more old school.
If my parents die, I go live with Bernie.
Right. He is your guy, yes. AOC, though, because she's younger, and any of this newer generation of the left is just a plant, essentially. She's someone who came up where they're obviously the CIA, and I think as a stand-in for more of the factional, like inside, being like, we can't completely, there's going to be a populist movement at some point.
That comes from co-opting and diverting true revolutionary energy into like the inside outside, going inside into like maybe we'll half pass one law and it's co-opting the movement.
It's co-opting
that's where that comes from. I understood that, but I appreciate you clarifying.
Gotta clarify.
Hey, clarify the demons.
When I'm shaking my fist at the clouds as an old man, I do like to sometimes clarify to come back to earth to be like, hey, might sound like I'm just pissing into the wind here, but here's where I'm coming from. I'm pissing into the wind and I'm smiling the whole time as it splashes back in my face.
Smiling your sick fucking ass off.
That's correct. Speaking of Latino Pacino.
Well, and I won't.
And I will.
Did. And I'll say it. And I will. So you want to hit some headlines?
One other errata. Sorry, Trump's nussy, because we had that in our description, but we never actually said it in the episode. The nussy. We talked about
the neck pussy.
The neck pussy.
I did say they're pixelating his.
That's all.
I'm like honestly a couple lbs and a few months away from having my nussy censored.
There's a certain age, though. I think there's a weight to it, but there's also an age to it. There's a sort of basset hound element to jowls that only come from age. You know what I mean?
And
like,
that's
you can
where
have all
I'm
the
at.
weight in the world.
No, by episode 50, you're gonna be
by ep 50.
You're gonna be pixelating this
Nussy
neck,
town.
this neck dough. What this neck do? You know?
I hear that. Okay, so.
All right.
So now we're out of that and we're into some new. Do you got new stuff? I got some cool new stuff.
I have some headlines I wanted to talk about.
Please do. Can I lead with my?
Yeah, then why'd you ask? Please do.
I just want to lead with my, because it's a recurring theme on the program. one of my favorites, friend of my personal show that goes on in my head is Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh,
Have you seen the invite?
yeah.
Oh, you did?
For Sam Altman.
So, yes.
This is sickening. Can we explain for our listeners?
Let's explain. So this was leaked. An invite.
Maybe you've been offline for 5 minutes. Maybe you've been touching grass, going on a hike, soaking up the sun.
Loser.
Let us loser. Maybe you've been kayaking on a river. Maybe you've been swinging your nussy around Rooster Rock.
You've been at the peak of a mountain with your nussy flapping in the breeze.
Flapping in the breeze.
On a nice little hike. Well, we've been here in the weeds. This just broke.
No grass for us, just weeds.
No, just goop. And so, my ongoing feud with one-way feud with Gwyneth Paltrow. So this and you're a designer. What do you make of the, it's just like
It's annoying.
It's annoying. It's twee, right?
Yeah.
Twee.
I would be interested. My first thought was like, did she pay someone to create the line art for this invitation? She's throwing a little soiree to set the scene.
Or did she
It's
AI
kind of
it?
got this classic. Yeah, exactly. Or
probably
did some
OpenAI.
assistant just AI it? I mean, it would make sense to AI given
there's no way she's paying.
for whom she's throwing the party.
For whom the party tolls. Well, anyhow,
There's a toll. There's a toll, a human toll for this party.
This leaked, and it says, Gwyneth Paltrow invites you to a private, off-the-record alfresco dinner at her home in honor of Sam Altman.
I love that they
It
say
says
off
in
the
honor.
record because she's probably doesn't want that out, and somebody's like, gotta leak the goop.
Now, here's my... So alfresco, meaning
Outdoors.
of the freshest, of the outdoors.
You know that, dining al fresco.
I don't
eating
want to show up
outside.
and not know what the fuck alfresco
I
is.
don't think you're...
I got this invite.
You would not make it past the damn hedge, lover.
I'll be in the hedge waiting. Anyhow, Saturday. Allegedly, it'll be me. It'll be Routhman, me and Routhman in the hedge. Saturday, August 29th, cocktails at 6 p.m., seated dinner at 6:45. 45 minutes of cocktails. To sit down to rub elbows with whoever the fuck's going to be here, I'm going to need more than 45 minutes of cocktails, I'll tell you that
No, this
much.
is all very contrived.
Got to show up hammered.
Saturday in the hedge.
It must have been the Goop of Altman.
Love.
All right, so Gwyneth's home in Amaganance, it's the Hamptons.
Excuse
I guess.
me?
Amaganance isn't Amagansett? Amagansett? Amagan.
Amagasset.
Amanagas.
Amangad.
Amanamanop.
Yeah.
That's the Hamptons. That's one of the little conclaves in the
It
Hamptons.
sounds like it's Martha's Vineyard, Hamptons
Vineyard.
5.
Interesting.
Wait, send it to me.
Address provided closer to date. Yes, please.
Right.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah.
Kindly RSVP to events at goop.com.
Goop. It sounds like a Massachusetts place. That's why I was asking.
Now, wouldn't you, if you were her, wouldn't you just, it's funny because you'd want to come out and deny this entirely, right? Because this leaked, I don't know from where. And also the mainstream is yet to pick it up. I saw this through, so I don't know, this
why
could be,
the fuck
this could
do you think
be fake
everyone
news,
just wants to? It's not. Do you think everybody just wants to be on good terms with Sam because they know that's the way things are going?
Yes.
Or do you think she actually has is she thinking with her brain that he's a hero?
That's what I wonder.
Will you just send that to me really quick?
The piece?
Yeah,
Here,
just
I'm texting it over to you. The invite. Now this. I didn't get a +1, so
yeah,
I'll
you're
send
right.
this to you.
You're
but-
right. It's Hamptons. It's New York.
Yeah.
Durr.
So don't, you can look at that, but don't tell Gwyneth.
I'm not gonna
forwarded
tell
that
her.
to you. That'll be
Oh my
that'll be
gosh.
frowned upon.
Yeah, the art is weird. It's very weird.
Now Paltrow.
I love that Gwyneth Paltrow, her name is bigger than everything. Did you see that? And her name is Ital.
Her
there's
name is
some
Ital,
interesting
then bigger.
choices here.
Yes, in honor of Sam. Again, if you have this, to have a little.
This is next weekend.
To have a little of the elite, eyes wide shut scenario type party here we know these are going on all the time.
Yeah, but what's
to have
funny,
this and put in honor of Sam Altman makes
very
me,
weird.
especially him.
I was thinking, is it his birthday? But I don't think it is. What's also funny is this is way more just as dark, but it's way more like Midsommar than Eyes Wide Shut vibes wise, because this is like the Hamptons, 6:45 p.m. in August. You know what I'm saying? It's like the brightest. You know?
Yes.
There's like dark
Midsommar. You're right.
Deer
You're right. Yes,
Leader,
yes,
and then
yes.
there's like bright Deer Leader.
Yes, there's like deep dark wine cave, and then there's Midsommar in the Hamptons.
Yeah,
yes,
literally
I agree.
where everyone takes a
Out in
sip
the-
of the champagne and then they're like,
yes, a
drop
sniff of the
dead,
Goop candle, and they're all dead. Well, I mean that would be excellent. Allegedly.
they bring him like a newborn infant on a platter and he just like slowly eats it in front of everyone while they golf clap.
Yeah. She also just loves AI. I mean, there was stuff. I liked that. I was just reading. Goop launched Moments of Space. It was an AI meditation app a while back. So Goop's been on. This is a branding. This makes it makes sense. As grotesque.
It makes
as
a lot of
sense.
sense.
No, it does make a lot of sense. I mean, elite's going to elite. But I'm just saying, Goop as a brand, meddling in whatever AI spaces. It's not just an actor, but which there are also plenty of actors who are more than on board with like, well, it's inevitable.
Well, that's kind of what I think is.
Ben
I don't want to
Affleck.
give people too much credit because they probably just don't
Please
know what's
don't.
going on and want to seem hip. But I would think even if someone's like, this is kind of dark or I don't know, they're scared of being left behind. I think that's a lot of these like famos going hard for AI. Is like, I don't want to be like the old guard.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
they think they're young and hip. And what's interesting is, so Sam Altman specifically, though, because if it was just embracing AI in general, if it was in honor of artificial intelligence, Sam Altman.
Can you imagine?
I know. Well, I mean, again, I would be like, all right, she's gone that road.
They all like say an oath together. Like, what is that?
Ben Affleck had the 1-2
Yeah.
punch in the news, which was when his mom died, right?
I don't know.
But his mom, a champion of a free Palestine for a long time.
Yeah.
And so he's, of course, on the right side of history with that. But then he sells this AI company to Netflix for like $600 million or something.
Yeah.
Something outrageous.
They keep us on our
They
our
sure
toes.
do. And I don't expect much from Ben Affleck. But then that's why when something like him being like, yeah, free Palestine, I was like, damn, Ben. Or he didn't necessarily even say, he's like, my mother instilled values, whatever. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He called out Sam Harris and Bill Maher, which was always fun. That
He did, but that
legendary
was a
moment.
long time
Long
ago.
time ago. But called them out for their Islamophobia. But Gwyneth
It's like Ben Affleck, C.I. Affleck.
Affleck.
Affleck. C.I. Affleck.
Altman specifically. though,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
oh my, Gwyneth
There's something
Paltrow
happening
and
here.
Goop Altman. They have Sam Altman is just a heinous, dark, sociopathic human being. So again, it's not just the embrace of AI. It's in honor of this person where I'm like, allegedly, some horrible things with him and his sister when they were younger. He's just a terrible person. But even just look at what he has said. Pull just
literally
any clip,
said,
what he
just
says
on record of what he said.
publicly.
Yeah, he's like, pretty
What will
soon
he
there'll be no privacy.
Yes, and like
You'll have nothing.
people don't really need. Yeah, people aren't really.
Yeah, no, he's really bad.
Worthy of. Yeah, no, he's clearly just a sociopath. So it is funny to have it in honor of him specifically.
Did you read the Ronan Farrow piece in the New Yorker on him?
Uh huh. Yes.
And that was even trying, trying to not look like a hit piece and
Right,
to
right.
be like
A fair and balanced
whatever.
look,
But there were a lot of
profile.
quotes from people who have worked with him throughout his career being like, he scares me. He's not trustworthy.
I mean,
and it wasn't even sensational. It was just like,
the AI company, there was the exodus, if you recall, when they tried to run him out. Now,
Yeah.
these are AI people.
Oh, no, I remember.
And they were like, this guy is trouble.
He
we got to
bad.
go. And then there was a coup. The board voted him out, but then he came back. Anyhow, yeah, we know he's an awful. It's just a strange in honor of
Yeah.
Gwyneth. You've done it again, dear.
Can I do some more headlines?
Please do.
Hit parade. Hackers just broke into America's tap water.
Oh yes. Is this real? This is a hit. This is a breaking news.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff.
And Iran taking credit or not? They probably wouldn't if they did.
I don't know.
They're being blamed. I saw a thing
course.
that they're saying, Iran will be the one breaking in. Hormuz closed, water grid wide open.
What?
Pardon?
Speaking of the grid, the U.S. Army is offering soldiers time off to play Grand Theft Auto.
That's like
6 if they reenlist for up to 6 years.
So as a recruitment tool, give us 6 years and we'll give you 3 days off.
Of your life.
And is
of
it in advance?
Your one wild and precious life.
Like, is Rockstar agreeing to give them an
I don't
advanced
know. These
copy
are
of the game?
headlines.
Sure.
These are not even subtitles. What if America went completely dark? This is a New York Mag piece about how fragile our power grid is. I think the theme of these is the end days.
Yes.
The darkness is nigh.
Well, then continuing in
end
that
is
theme, I just want to
nigh.
throw a headline against the wall.
Yeah.
Jury awards $0 to homeless burglar after owner throws cup of urine at his face, shoots him 3 times. That's
Lover, I can't with that. You sent that to me last night in bed, and I was crying laughing. Not that that's funny, just at the shocking. Can you read
nature.
it one more time to me?
Jury awards $0 to homeless burglar after owner throws cup of urine at his face, comma, shoots him 3 times.
I mean, it really is just like the worst. Obviously, instead of being like, doesn't win the case or something, awards $0. It's like they're trolling this like poor person that was shot and pissed on.
This was a headline just from Oregon
Damn,
Live.
why does somebody have a cup of piss either? You know what I'm saying?
Waiting for, like you knew someone was breaking into your house.
Yeah, like someone's breaking in, you're looking
shotgun,
around.
But you're also like, no.
Yeah, you grab the gun, you grab the knife, you let the dogs out, and then you're like, oh, quick, grab my jar of piss.
Well, now I used to have plenty. When you first met me, I was whizzing in bottles because we had 5 different people on one toilet at our
When
apartment.
I met
When I got MRSA from my future
I was going to be sharp today. There's
Shoots
something
3
about the
times.
basement.
Yes.
I think it's radon. You know, there's something like subterranean that you get poisoned with. There's like a gas. Anyway, we should talk.
Oh, yeah. No, we're on it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm on some shit.
Yeah.
I always get down here in my brain days. But when I met Murf, we probably already said this on the pod, I apologize. I walked into his weird bedroom in Crown Heights in that apartment he shared with a bunch of people.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, he has so many books. Love. And then I said, wow, he has so many jars of piss.
Don't love.
Because you had, no, didn't not love, felt neutral. But you had like 300 like Gatorade bottles and jars filled with piss. And it's not, if you're like, oh yeah, we have 5 people living, we have 1 bathroom, sometimes you have to piss in a bottle. That's not what's weird. It's the keeping.
Lazy. It was laziness. True
It
laziness.
was.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a gross decor, I'd say.
Grotesque. I agree.
This is something I just liked. You know, Candace Parker.
Love WNBA. One of my all-time fave, dub players from the WNBA.
This is for Gwyneth.
Great.
AI will always stand for Allen Iverson, is a quote.
Thank
which
you.
kind of just.
Thank you, Candy.
That's a positive. That's some good news. People say, why don't you ever say good news on Big Sloppy?
Yes. There was.
I'm like, well, first of all, it's not called Big Happy.
It's not. It's true. It's slop. Listen,
Slop in the trough. You know, it's not.
We're slopping
caviar.
on the trough, which is neither. Do you ever say neither? You ever say that word?
You say neither. I say neither. You say either. I say either. Sloppy podcast. Okay.
AI was a the stamps on heroin packets. Now these days the kids also, again, there used to be a drug called heroin before fentanyl fully took over. There was actual heroin from the poppy plant. Horse. And
score some H.
Different cities. Now I don't know how it was
under the bridge, right?
Under the bridge on the West Coast.
That's
how
where
they
I
did
drew
it.
some blood.
But on the East Coast, Jersey packets were white and they had their stamps on them. You know, your branding. But Philly packets were blue. And in the Philly packet, the greatest heroin I ever did that was not right off the brick that I got myself put up in package was AI. But I remember, what's funny, this is going back now to like
AI was the
2000,
brand
the year
of
2000.
heroin.
This was the brand. It was stamped with just AI.
But it's stamped on the packet,
Yes.
not like
No,
ecstasy
the powder's
where it
then
was
inside. No,
stamped
it's a
on
little
the
like
pill.
a paper
Got it.
packet that holds the...
God, isn't that quaint?
Very quaint.
It's like tied up in some cheesecloth with some twine in
Yes.
the bindle.
Yes, with a little stamp on it. With a nice little stamper.
You like go
and
down to
so
the
AI
market like Belle and Beauty and the Beast, and you're like dancing around, and you're like,
Yes.
a parcel of horse.
Wait, what was that? Yeah, what did that opening number? I tried to just do it.
She's like something.
But sub in heroin specifics, and I couldn't even think of it.
Yeah, she's the bakery, the library.
That's right.
But I want more. No, that's.
I want it all.
Well, that was Ariel.
That's right.
Wait, I want it all. I want the whole world. That's Veruca Salt.
That's
Okay, what is this?
Veruca.
Hold on. Songs.
I want the whole brick.
Beauty. And I want it now. Daddy, I want a brick of heroin
Daddy, I
now.
want to intravenously use heroin now, Daddy.
Songs,
What?
Beauty and the Beast, because there's something here of her buying like that good, and she could get the like fish scale cocaine you used to talk about.
Yes, the best.
The real Quaaludes. We could have like the whole market of the
The
quaint.
Hall of Fame of quaint of great drugs.
Belle. Numbers include Belle.
Well,
It's probably at Belle. They're like, she's got her nose in a book. Isn't that probably it? Because
She's
it's
got her
not
nose in a
Gaston.
book.
It's not Be Our Guest.
It's certainly not Be Our Guest.
It's not something there,
Be
which
our
is like
guest, be our
that
guest.
the love song Beauty and the Beast.
Put
Belle.
our service to the test. Sorry, that.
No, that's European. I think you're okay.
That was
Say hello to my
Al
little
Pacino
candlestick man.
doing Stickman, Candlestick Man.
Belle opens the film as Belle walks through her provincial
Oh, it's France. Of
French
course.
town. Hold on. I'm going to say Belle
Where else would it
lyrics
be?
because I can't play it. Beauty and the Beast. I'm looking them up. Little town, it's a quiet village every day like the one before. Little town full of little people.
This is enough. That's enough.
Waking up to say, bonjour, bonjour,
Bonjour.
bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. I can't get the tune. Do you know it?
No, absolutely not. But I thought I did. I can picture her flitting
There
around
goes
the
the
village.
baker
and...
with this tray like always.
All right, that's enough. We'll be taken
The
down. We'll be
same old bread and
We'll be
rolls.
struck.
Okay, sorry.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
AI stamp on this particular brand of dope that was going around in the early aughts was, I remember someone saying then, artificial intelligence. And I remember the dude who was stamping it was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, well, of course, it's clearly, and I was immediately like, well, I assumed Allen Iverson. We're in Philly after all. It's the early aughts.
Was
He's
it
a
AI?
king.
Well,
it was Allen Iverson.
okay.
But I'm saying the fact
I thought
that
you were gonna
someone
say a
even-
third option.
I remember
I was
a dude
excited.
who was buying a bundle with like being like, oh, artificial intelligence. The dude being like, what the fuck are you talking about artificial?
What about
No.
like all in?
No. What else could it's clearly Allen Iverson, but artificial intelligence
Okay.
this is back when what did that even mean in 2001?
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence.
Well,
I mean, it was a thing.
2001 and A Space Odyssey
Yes,
told us all this. Told us not to trust computer. Do you remember?
I do.
Hal? Shallow Hal?
I remember Hal. All right. Hal was usually a great big fat person, and then he falls in love.
Which is funny because
No,
I know
she was a great big fat. What was the deal?
Yeah, I know
Gwyneth.
Wow.
Was it Gwyneth?
This is all coming full circle.
Shit, man.
Shit, dog. I know the premise because it was like known, but I never saw that film. Can we watch Shallow Hal?
Yeah, we can and we must and we will. Another quick headline that's fun. We'll
Hit
just fly.
me.
There's not even anything. You know what? I refuse comment on this, and I refuse to accept any from you. I just want to say it, and we
Okay,
can move on.
perfect for a pod.
Perfect. This is from the Atlantic. Our friends.
Wow.
Who the woman who runs the Atlantic?
Progressive.
Dear friends with Ghislaine Maxwell.
I
from
love.
back in the day. Forget her name now, but she runs the Atlantic. Anyway, the title of this number is "In Defense of Flock." Police cameras can help make the criminal justice system both fairer and less punitive if we let them. Moving on. Atlantic in defense of flock. Anyhow,
Let's give her some more cameras to give to the devil on her way to hell.
You push a flock cam out the window.
Yeah.
Great.
And it bounces back. You take one down, 5 spring up in its place.
There's more of us than there are of them. Until there are more.
I think
there's more of us than there are
There's
cameras.
a tipping point.
There's a great app, though. There's only really, in your city, no matter what city you're in, you've got a lot more people than you do cams for now. So let's get busy. Let's allegedly get busy.
Laser pointers, allegedly. And this is a pod of satire?
Of course it is.
This is
We're
a pod
fucking
of
two
law.
goons high on our own huffs down in the basement.
Get off your huff horse and get down here. You're high up there and you're not making any sense.
Get down here in alleged town with us. Anyhow, another great, while we're on the drugs, I'm just going to keep going. Can
I say one thing about Flock?
About that headline?
No.
Oh, good. No.
Everyone's always trying to take down, and it's like, what if we embrace to a point of insanity where you're shimming up them and you're just kissing the camera? It's like kiss cam, but the whole video is just like,
yes.
Is there anything there?
Well, you know what I think you should do is you should create like a great, you know who makes those? Are like you could 3D print probably Feast Effects. Not implicating them in any way. They're a great operation of special effects folks that we've worked with before.
And practical effects.
Yes, if they created essentially a fleshlight, but a very like a nice little fuck mouth that's got like the great tongue and
nice little fuck mouth.
Little fuck mouths that you can like suction to the thing, and so all it sees then is.
That's what I mean.
Moves,
it's like funny. It's kind of like it's like the fish shows at the Sphere where they have the dog licking the camera.
Yes.
And everyone's like peeking on LSD and they're like, yeah.
What's your visit,
Yeah.
Yes, so
they're bending like Gumby backwards.
Because a lot of them have audio too, so all they hear is "What's your visit, and it's like I mean, we can probably pick a different song than whatever that one is. I don't even know the name of that song, but it's a fish song.
Yeah, there's probably another one.
There's probably Never ever saw the northern light.
Literally.
Let's bring it down.
Wolfman's brother.
Yeah, like
I enjoy myself.
Watching it. Too on the nose.
I don't think that's.
Well, that ain't no fish song.
No, hell no.
All right.
But they do covers.
Running like an antelope out of control.
But it's not an antelope. It's
Running
a dog.
like a flock of birds out of control.
Flock of birds.
Flock of seagulls.
Flock.
Jason Segel.
It's also weird. They're singular, but they're called flock.
Yeah.
It implies there are more, and there are. Anywho, God bless.
God bless.
One on every corner, I say. One for every person. What else? Oh,
There's
I know.
a flock for every hole. Go on.
Excuse me?
Go ahead.
Every sinkhole. There's a lot of food recalls. I can't even read all the headlines, but it's getting like cartoonish.
Yeah.
And I know we all know it, but it's literally like, what are we supposed to eat?
We're at the point, so now let's just
it's
rattle
fresh
off.
foods,
We've got
canned foods, it's
blueberries,
animal products,
meats,
it's veggies, it's like
lettuce.
Packaged like pre-made, but also just like or like things that are whole foods that you're supposed to be. I'm like, what the hell?
There's just glass in the popsicles.
Yeah, literally the brand of popsicles we buy for our child that we're supposed to be like organic or whatever the hell.
They're just real fruit.
They're owned by Dryers,
Fruit and
which is
glass.
just like a big ass whatever, probably owned by some other big ass whatever. And like this is cartoonish. It's not just like, oh, a little bacteria got in at like food processing. There's glass in the popsicles.
Yes.
Glass in the popsicle. I always wonder how stuff gets made, packaged, shipped, and then there's a recall. Like somebody obviously like ate glass and noticed, but like how do you not, how does this happen?
Yeah.
And I know how it happens. I know that there's no oversight or quality control or anything, and all that's been cut. But I'm like, literally, are people just throwing like glass bottles into the popsicle vat. Like, explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, you know?
Make it make sense.
The math ain't mathin' with
There wasn't on my bingo card. Glass on the popsicle.
This. Yeah. What's going on?
Well, I couldn't say why. I mean, a facility has glass, you know what I mean, around. So something shattered, and then they were like, fuck, we just pushed through and never said. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
What shattered?
Wrong.
And something massive
Something
that was
wrong
in
about
all the pot. They're like, it's like 10 flavors, like
Also, what
shipped all over the
food
damn ass country.
Would you want, because there's that thing with the fiberglass, because essentially the problem with that is even if it's small bits, it's going to get, your intestinal tract is going to.
Yeah, we don't have to explain why we shouldn't be eating glass.
No,
we don't have to explain that.
I just think about our child too. Like you think about a kid eating that popsicle. I mean, I I'm sure adults eat them too, but they're. I mean, I know I do.
I've seen you eat them.
I've housed a few.
I know what you mean. Though it doesn't paint.
They just walk into the room and they're
nobody's
like,
as sympathetic if you're like, I'm a 50-year-old man and this tangerine popsicle.
Yeah.
Cut out my tongue.
You don't report it.
No, you just go.
Anyhow, yeah, that would just be a bad scene. Not a fun scene. It's like taking them to a birthday party in the park and all the kids
it's
are
like
eating
eggs,
from the mouth.
It's meat, it's blueberries, it's vegetables, it's guacamole, it's it's everything.
It is.
It's like really every day.
It's fresh, it's frozen.
Yes, it's packaged, it's not
processed,
packaged.
it's natural, it's
yeah.
I mean, I would guess if I wanted to put on the old cap, I would say that there's
it's a psyop.
Not a psyop. I think it's very possible that it's real. I think that
I don't mean it's not real, but are they letting it happen so that we don't trust anything and we go inward and inward and inward and we lose even the tiny rags and shreds of community we have left, and everyone's so paranoid that they're just even more easily manipulated by insane conspiracy. Is there anything there?
Well, can't that
allegedly?
The reason I say is because if everything becomes poisonous, it works towards their end, and there's no actual accountability, or even if you're blessing your life under capitalism, this idea you would still be like, well, if a company puts glass in their popsicles, then their competitors will be the one that everyone will want, to me, and then it'll work itself out. But I think what's funny is, because my point is regulation. We know regulation's just long gone, and people are like, who gives a shit? The profit is the only. Well, I just want to say that remember with the salmonella or with the lettuce, the whole thing was they literally just threw some fliff at the administration, and then they were like, well, no, it might not have been that company necessarily. They're not the only ones.
But that is a big alleged, because people are saying that, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Okay, big alleged.
What I'm saying is
vibes.
The other thing, though, is you're coming out and giving yourself bad press, but might be getting in front of it. Like, we fucked up. Everything has E. coli in our food. And you're like, whoa, don't want to eat that brand anymore. And you'd say, why would you do that if under this administration you can't even sue them anymore? They could just not own that, and it'd be hard to prove where it came from.
Right.
They're basically asking every little individual and family unit that's already worked crazy, gig economy, hellscape, no healthcare, to also have a laboratory in their home where they're scientific
testing.
expert. That's, which of course we're not doing that, but that's the level we're at. Because say I was I think it was these eggs, but maybe it was the spinach.
Yeah,
could have been the popsicles.
At home, and then there's a lab leak from your house or something.
I'm cutting my poop up in a petri dish, looking for glass.
Yeah. Well, it's also funny because remember the days where you used to be able to get a nice lawsuit when there was a finger in the chili.
Oh my God.
Which might have been fake.
People were cutting their fingers off, putting them in the chili to get
hot
them.
Coffee dumps.
Yeah, which
of the
people
90s.
laugh at her, but that burned her puss off.
Who wants their puss burned off? I mean, it is hot coffee, so there was a lot. That was one of those.
I want my nussy,
war.
baby, taken off, not my pussy.
Give me a burnt nussy.
Yeah, get her off.
Yeah, that was one of the early.
That's the
culture
poor man's
war.
Surgery.
It is. He's just dumping, melted away. It just the fat just melts away from your jowls. Yeah, remember people would be like, those were the early lawsuits where I feel like
there was a heyday.
But there wasn't necessarily a political ideological line. Like I remember growing up, there'd be people who we're too litigious as a country. This is ridiculous. Someone, of course, would assume the coffee's going to be hot. What are they sue McDonald's? But then there'd be other people who'd be like, well, fuck McDonald's. Who gives a shit? Like, why are you immediately rushing to lick McDonald's boots? You know.
Well,
who
and
cares?
I think the thing there was the coffee was hotter than coffee's like ever been.
been.
There had been like some weird thing, and it was like melting the cup, and they overfilled it, and it was like an elderly. No, I think they were really badly burnt. I remember looking into that and being like, this was actually fucked up.
But let me just. How did they get the coffee hotter than what coffee?
I think there was something wrong. It was
Something
like
went
basically like almost steam.
You're good. So you were the plaintiff. You were representing the plaintiff in this one.
Here's what I'm saying.
And I was Judge Judith Shineland, who's like, I love this job.
Like,
or what do they call her now? Judy.
Judgmental Judith. Literally.
Yeah, she like didn't have the rights to her old name
To Judge
so
Judy.
she has a new show.
So
now.
what is it?
It's
Fair and Judy.
Yeah.
Fair and
Cunty Judy.
Hey Jude. Don't be a C.
Give me your rulings and save your sass.
Can I say something about the litigious thing though that reminded me of?
Please.
Do you know the people who were stuck?
Judy Justice, sorry.
Judy Justice.
No.
I remember it having Marvel
Judy
vibes.
Justice is like a shitty old Marvel character. You know, it's like
it feels like a
so lame.
like a young, perky titted, like being like, that's not fair.
Yeah. My eyes are up here and my gavel's down here.
Yeah. My
Something
cape
like that.
says justice and my
Little
nussy says
my nussy says no.
bust
My
ass.
nussy says guilty.
I don't even know what I'm saying. So Oaks Park
Yeah.
last year or 2 years,
Oh,
2024,
blessed
a few years ago, a bunch of people were stuck
This
upside
is
down.
an amusement park in Portland.
Local amusement park. They were stuck upside down on a ride, gone a ride.
Too much amusement.
Gone a
yeah.
ride for 25 minutes. And again, that's one of those things where people are like, give me a break. A couple of people are asking for like $2 million. But I think that's one of those things that's like right on the line, because if you're upside down for too long, like that's literally torture. Like weird stuff happens with the blood in your brain and your extremities. It depends how old you are, how you're strapped in. So that was one of those ones too, where people are like, you think you've hit the jackpot when some shit like that happens because you're like fine and you can probably get a bunch of money. But I think they ended up being awarded like they were 500,000 each, a couple of these teenagers. But I thought that was interesting.
Yes.
Because like, you know that feeling when you're upside down and the blood is in your eyes and your like pulse is thumping?
Yes.
What
No,
if
I do know that
what if
feeling.
that goes on and on and on and you're like terrified? Like, do you have PTSD from that?
$2 million.
You're hanging way high up, upside down for like half an hour?
No, it's not nice. I'm not saying I would enjoy that. And I don't like, I think this idea of how litigious we are, we're such a ass backwards society in so many ways that putting a dollar amount on things. So it's like basically what you're saying there is, since no one was harmed.
But what is harm?
I know. Let me continue. Since no one was harmed in a immediate physical sense, let's just say they weren't. It's just it's what? What do they call that? Distress and.
But what if you have like mild brain damage you can never prove?
That's different. Then that's. I'm saying, let's say you don't. It's, what is that called? It's not fear and loathing. It's distress.
Yeah.
It's, what do they call that? They call that a thing in
PTSD.
law. No, it's like
I know, but that's
emotional distress or whatever the fuck.
right.
Usually a lawsuit has multiple things where it's like paying for this, and then emotional distress or whatever. So yeah, I mean, being inconvenienced, $2 million. Like, I would hate to bring any sort of shade to the Grove, but Knoebels, a wonderful amusement park in Pennsylvania. When we were there, they had the
independent
the log
amusement park.
flume.
It's awesome.
It's a beautiful.
There was a
beautiful
log
place for
jam
so many reasons.
on the log flume.
The log flume. So you're sitting there. No one's hanging upside down. No one was physically harmed. If you're sitting though, and you're just like, I got on this ride assuming something would happen. There's probably a lot of fine print when you buy a ticket where it's like, you have to have some.
I think
if you
that's
sat there for 2 hours,
inconvenience, though. Maybe you have to pee. You are kind of worried. It's unsafe. You don't know if you can
Now
climb
you
out
have
of
a
the
medical
thing, but you're
condition, you have
not
to pee.
hanging upside down. No, I'm saying like say there's no medical condition, but you're not scared you're going to fall out like a million feet and shatter your body on the concrete, and you're not hanging literally upside down, which is a torture technique.
right?
So I think that is different.
Okay, fair enough.
I say log flume, maybe like 15 grand.
Yes.
I think hanging upside down for half an hour, 500 sounds good.
Good.
I agree that it's ass backwards, but I don't think we should cut off the horrors at the place where it like actually people get something from the corporations. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Like I don't think that's where we should go. Oh, well, I hate this litigious society and everything's awful, and so we're just going to not help people financially
Yes.
who could use it when
Yes.
these big boys fuck up. Like glass in the popsicle, I'm like, give me all the money.
Yes. No, I hear you on that. I agree. Glass in the popsicles, car exploding. You know, a Tesla explodes.
Can you
Drag,
sue
yeah.
if you're dead?
No, but you can curse them out in hell. You say, "I'll see you in hell" as you explode. You know, to Elon or whoever.
No, you get him. Yikes.
So, lawsuits aside, the Penn State cocaine ring. You see this great bit of business here? I got no details on this.
What is it?
Penn State University.
Ooh.
The Nittany Lions. The Nittany Lines, as they're now
that-
called. Snow Paterno and the Nittany Lines.
Is this
LINES.
Pittsburgh?
This is Central Pennsylvania. This is State College. This is Penn
Where
State
is
University.
it?
It's like kind of in the middle of Pennsylvania.
Okay. Not out west, like I was saying.
No, not out west by Pittsburgh, not east Philly, between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
Betwixt.
Betwixt. But, big ass college town, huge, one of the big public universities in the country.
Mm-hmm.
A fraternity, I'm not going to get this right, but what my understanding is, a very high profile lawyer from Pittsburgh, him and his son, and then one of his son's like brothers in this fraternity were running a massive cocaine operation.
Yeah.
And it got busted. So I don't know much more than that. Other than that, they were like, you were supplying, pretty substantial amounts of cocaine. Party's over. They had the fraternity brother, part of
they're
the
putting salt
hazing.
on the road,
Yes.
melting that snow.
Part of they had the younger brothers in this fraternity, the pledges, as I guess they're called.
Oh, not
Like
real
cutting up
brothers? I
cocaine.
thought you were saying it's the dad and two brothers.
It was,
You're
but then
talking about frat brothers?
No, I'm talking about an actual father and son, and then one of the other brothers, but they were like seniors or whatever, and they had the pledges like bagging it up, cutting it up. They were like the pledges were basically.
I actually love that.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun little
It's like
operation.
a factory.
But I don't know. They fucked up, and I saw a headline that was like the dumbest shit they did to. They somehow got caught in a very dumb way. I don't know, but that's Penn State's cocaine.
They had like a
ring.
QR code.
Yes, they had I mean, people are getting feisty with their operations now.
That's why you got to go back to the twine and the cheesecloth.
And a little cheesecloth and a nice little stamper.
Yeah.
With a little Goop design in there. Just a nice little quaint.
Do
little
it for
operation.
Sam.
Do it
In honor of
for
Sam.
What else? Oh, the school shooter drones that I sent you.
Oh my God. I was obsessed with that. So to thwart school shooters, there's a new protocol where they're bringing drones in to tear gas the shooters.
Well, the drones will be
and attack physically.
Yeah. Now either these are AI systems or like a lot of drones, there's drone operators that are there's things that you'd be like, oh, you can you would have drone operators on like in a 911 scenario on call.
Like the police are too scared to go in.
Yes.
Like remember where was that?
Well,
Uvalde.
Uvalde. All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, McConaughey's insane, and he came out and said nothing about that. Said a lot, but still said nothing.
Said a lot and said nothing.
So they don't go in, but now they can maybe drive the drones around. And
the demonstration they show of this is, there's a dummy in a classroom, and it would be like, yes, in an active shooter drill, they hit the drone, somebody hits the drone alarm, and they probably take a little while, but they can smash through a window. They're flying 60 miles an hour. They try to, it's like, you're being annoyed then as the shooter for being like, there's these things buzzing. They can pepper spray.
But can I say something that, sorry to sound simple, but it seems to me this could do harm to the children we're trying to save.
Chaos would ensue.
Well, there's things flying around hitting people. There's pepper spray.
Yes.
Like that's still... Like in the video I saw, they hit the. I'm just saying that's good.
Ran into the.
You're big. Oh, my kid didn't get shot, but a drone flew through their neck
face.
And then pepper sprayed their ass. Like,
right.
What are we doing?
I think that's a concern.
Doing?
What are we doing? That's a concern. There's also this this feels like it's in the box of. These are just great. Schools have funding, so this is some beautiful tech startup, of course, comes along and they're like, this might be what's his name, Palmer Luckey adjacent, where they're just like, oh, we'll address, because I don't think these are autonomous drones. Maybe they are. That would make, I don't know, more sense, less sense.
It's hard to say.
From a logistics standpoint, the idea of having drone pilots on call that will be able to react quick enough, because you're also like, they all, like everyone says too, the majority of shots fired is going to happen instantly. Like someone's going to come in once they're in the school. Like there's the big burst. You know what I mean? It might be able to disrupt things from there. But basically, the idea being instead of any mental health investment, any common sense gun, politics aside, whatever you think about any of this, any in that direction, it's like, no. How do we create another cottage industry to make money and pull from the schools? It's like, oh, we'll just invest in drones.
Yeah.
That was the whole idea of like arm the teachers, like having that. This is like a strange, it's a strange response.
Well, and now I'm like nostalgic for arming the teachers because this is so chaotic.
It is. You'd almost rather every teacher have a sidearm.
Like they're like, we got
a flock of
them, but we also killed all the kids. Everyone like high fives in slow motion, and then they do the freeze frame on when the hands hit. They're like, got them.
And then they all get pepper sprayed by a drone, by a rogue
and
drone.
then it flies out, and kills them. Interesting. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, I feel good about headlines. How do you feel?
I feel great about headlines. Those were great headlines. Some of them uplifting, some of them confusing, some of them arousing. I won't say which ones, but leave that to the listeners.
It's the class. So quickly, so that we know we're not AI.
Yep.
We're not Allen Iverson.
Thank you.
We're switching from the Bush dynasty to the Clinton crime family.
Thank you.
So I'm desperately over here looking up the Clintons and not finding anything exciting.
Really?
Do you have anything you want to share?
You know what? We'll just rehash some.
Yeah.
You know what I loved? I loved that there were some thought leaders of the time.
Yeah.
Who claimed that Bill Clinton was our first black president. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
So, of course, there's the saxophone on Arsenio.
Yeah.
Young. He was young at the time. For even for then, like probably JFK was young, but then there were a lot of old guys.
Well, it was from the South.
They
were trying to be like, finally.
He connected with black folks. There was, I want to say, like, I don't know, but let me be careful before I.
Please be careful.
Just want to be very cautious.
I think saying Bill Clinton is the first black president is like the craziest shit in the entire world. Mm-hmm. It's problematic in
every way imaginable.
Every way.
But I think, oh God, Toni Morrison labeled him the first black.
Oh no! Do you remember when Roseanne Barr said that Trump was the first female president?
And they took her television show away. Not for that. Well, partially for that.
I don't think for that. That was after.
Oh, that was after.
She was like tweeting from the bunker.
Yeah. Yes.
Why do
in
people
a New Yorker
feel
essay?
the
in a New
need?
Yorker essay.
Oh, Tony did?
Yeah. So officially, got it in print.
That's rough
Oh, Tony
stuff.
Tony must feel those. Sometimes you get an essay printed in the New Yorker, and like 10 minutes later you go, huh.
That's rough
I
stuff.
don't know why I said that. Or
I don't have much to say on that.
his background and cultural affinity. Wait, use it to compare the public scrutiny and oh God, no, this is much worse. Used it to compare. Toni Morrison used the label to compare the public scrutiny and scandal he faced to the way black men are unfairly judged in America, pointing to his background and cultural affinity.
Poor Bill.
Yeah, you got. I mean, certainly, I'm sure if she. Yeah, there's a thing here now with her in 2024. Says, yeah, I would say I regret it.
She does?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
whoops.
Sure. I mean, people were swept up. It was the 90s.
It was the 90s. I was going to
It was
say.
1992.
We were.
What a time.
We were all high on our own supply.
Sure, we were all just on our own huff. We were puffing our own huff. What did I
Huffing
say?
our stuff and puffing our
HR,
huff.
huff and puff.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
anyway, the
rough.
sax playing was like, that's an iconic presidential moment. Let's just put aside everything else. Put aside your feelings of Bill. Put aside your allegeds and
Why
your
are we putting it
confirmed.
aside, though?
Because I feel
Why do we have to view
I
that
feel a
in a
pang of
vacuum?
nostalgia that first of all,
That's
Arsenio.
more Arsenio. I was going to say,
What
ooh,
I
ooh,
mean,
ooh.
what a program! Truly, what a program
That was
man was
a
running.
great.
If you go back and you put together like Leno was so fucking bad. Letterman was great, also. Early Conan loved, but Arsenio had
Was great.
an energy. He was like our first black late night host. If I had to say, and I won't regret saying that because he literally was.
In 2 years, you're gonna have to apologize.
I'm gonna have to back.
No, I
that up.
think you can stand by that one.
I'll stand by that. No, but he was just great, and the fucking show was great.
He's
And he
so
was a
good.
talent. He'll just be remembered for that show. But I mean, in Coming America, his characters, like the man did some character. He could have been a great sketch actor.
I love
Could have
Arsenio.
been anything he wanted. And he
Can I say something quickly on
yes.
the hosting tip that kind of combines what we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the program, which is we watched a movie last night,
We did.
Wendy Williams, the movie.
Wendy.
And
I
you
love
knew a
Wendy.
lot more about her, but I didn't. Like her coming up as like a DJ and all the hosting stuff. I knew a little bit about Philly, like the later stuff before she got her talk show. But super campy, Lifetime movie, all that. Like way too many shots of the Twin Towers, I think, just to really
So-
set the
I meant to look
set
thank
the
you for
set the scene. But I would say her story, it's a fun movie. It's like campy and fun. The performance I thought was great by the lead actor, but I thought her story is super interesting.
I mean, yeah, Wendy's an icon.
Yeah, but she just like really was like, I got to get the hell out of here with her parents who were dickholes.
Yes.
And just followed her dreams. I mean,
Yes.
she also EP'd the movie, so it's hard to say.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's a lot about Wendy that people are going to take issue with.
right.
So I'm going out on a limb and
Okay.
saying icon.
I
But
think
it's also
we
'cause
can.
of an era when I was coming up as a young
Icons
teen.
have scandals.
Yeah, what? Icons have
I don't
scandals,
think we
yes.
take away icon status
No, no.
because of like.
She also dragged a
Some
lot of
whispers.
predatory.
Yep.
Called out a lot of things that others were not
Before-
willing to with on that kind of platform, on that kind of stage.
And was called a
pissed off
crazy
the right people.
conspiracy theorist for knowing things before, like she had
Yes.
her ear to the ground.
Yes. No, she spoke truth to power in a sensational way, but
Yeah.
you got to reach the people somehow.
I love Wendy.
Now, just to quickly end on because we do have to wrap.
We gotta
I
wrap
have a
up.
nap to get to.
Yeah.
To finish. I'm halfway through my nap.
You
only.
are.
I had to look this up because I forgot. I only remember this, which we may want to watch this movie because there's a big spoiler at the end, but it's been it's an older movie and it's been spoiled a million times. So if you don't want to hear a little spoiler for the 2010 Rom Dram, is Rom Dram a thing? Yeah. Anyway.
Why not?
Remember Me with Robert Pattinson and Emile Derbez.
I don't know the spoiler.
The story
never
follows.
seen
Anyway, the story follows two troubled young adults in New York City who fall in love, dealing with deep family pain. Blah blah blah. So there's a twist ending of this film. The reason I thought of this last night is you just mentioned the 9/11 reference in Wendy Williams. It was bizarre.
References.
Reference says Now, she was claiming at the time, she stamped like a moment in her life when 9/11 happened. What was it, her first day at like a new gig or something?
But yes, but they had 400 shots of the Twin Towers, and then
It dissolved.
She didn't really cash that check ever. She just goes, "Oh, I was supposed to work on 9/11, and that was a crazy day," yes. And then that was it.
That's right. It was bizarre, but
I wouldn't even call that a spoiler because it wasn't even a plot point.
Barely a plot point. And also completely unnecessarily while she's giving this voiceover. So they were showing her face like behind the mic, something, and then the voiceover of her talking through it, and then they dissolve to a shot of the smoking towers, like from her face, and then back into her face, and they end that scene. And it was bizarre. It was a bizarre choice.
Well, and it wasn't even just her face behind the mic. It was her canoodling with her husband.
Was she in bed with her husband?
It wasn't
or was
bed.
it Eric
it was
B,
the
which
kitchen.
I forgot.
It was the kitchen.
You're right.
And they fade in, and I'm like,
what is that?
What?
So that's weird. Anyway, the ending of Remember Me. Let's see this twist ending. Mm-hmm. So the whole movie happens, and literally at the final scene.
I haven't seen this. Have you?
The only reason I thought of it is because when I saw this Wendy Williams dissolve to the smoking towers, I was like, that's almost as outrageous as this movie. And the only reason I know it is because I've seen on social media the ending. People are like, this was a crazy way to end this movie that had nothing to do with 9/11, right? It was just two young people in New York.
Okay, so turn off the pod if you don't want to hear it.
Turn off the pod. We'll see you next week. Happy 40th. For those who wish to continue here.
Mm-hmm. The real ones know.
And some would argue that we've referenced 9/11 enough on this pod to be like, who the fuck are you to tell movies not to have 9/11 in them? But anyway.
I feel like our references are always
spot
grounded.
on. No, they absolutely are. And we do some like audio dissolves of sorts. Like I'll be talking and then it's into you talking about 9/11, then back to me speaking. It's nice. It's a nice soundscape. Anyway, this movie... Here we go with the spoiler for Remember Me of 2010. The movie was set in the summer of 2001. So when it ends, it concludes with Tyler visits his father's office at the end. And it's at the top of the World Trade Center. So he's looking out the window and then I think it's like a drone shot or whatever, but pulls back. And as you see, and you're like, oh, this is the morning of September 11th. He's in the top floor of the World Trade Center. The movie's over. And then people are like, why was that? Why was that? To the story. It's just...
What?
Yes. So the date is revealed as the morning of 9/11 as Tyler dies in the North Tower, leaving an emotional impact on his family members who finally reconcile after his death. I mean, I have no context for this other than people being like, this was a real barn burner at the end of this Robert Pattinson movie where it's revealed that
interesting. And it's not like them being like, do you ever think about death or anything?
I mean, I don't know what the themes of the film necessarily are, other than just
funnier,
a
like the
rom-dram.
less like connected it is to anything else.
And my understanding is it's like very much like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like a left-hand turn.
But anyway, we'll watch it.
Cool, I'm gonna watch it.
Remember Me. Remember us.
Please, on our 40th birthday, do not forget us.
We will remember we.
We will remember us. Will you remember us?
Don't let your towers smoke you down.
Put those headphones back in your ears.
Take care.
I don't know.